Hi, and welcome to Science Time with Miss Victoria. This program is recommended for ages 6 and up, but as always, it depends on the science or STEM experiment that we are doing today. So like always, let's go ahead and begin. Now, before we even get started, make sure you have already washed your hands for at least 20 seconds. You can go onto our Facebook page or the YouTube channel if you subscribe to Corpus Christi Public Libraries. And on there, I do have a video where I wash my hands to the Brian Ferris Jaka. I do it top and bottom, in between, rub it all together. I do that slow, and then I repeat it fast. And it comes out to 25 seconds. Once your hands are nice and dry, the next thing we need to do is to gather our supplies. But I haven't told you what we're doing, so let's hold off for a second. The last thing is to have adult supervision just in case. Now, it doesn't hurt parents that you're involved when it comes to gathering supplies, some of the experiments the child can do on their own, but it's always fun when we do things together. So I do hope that on these science experiments, doesn't matter that you are involved with your child doing these experiments. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what we're going to do and what supplies that we're going to be needing. Okay, we're going to get in the festive spirit here. We are going to be gathering supplies for Snowman Bottles. Okay, now the very basic things we're going to be needing. Now there's a couple ones I know parents, when you were looking at the ingredient, the items, that you were like, why did she put that on there? But it's part of the whole festivity here. First thing, I know you don't mind, is an empty water bottle. I'm using one right here. Just drink my water, save the bottle. And that's the size doesn't matter because you're making a snowman. You may want to make a small snowman and use a small empty bottle. So as long as it's empty, that's what we need. Now, you can also have just a water bottle that's already full, like I have here. That's my example I have. I'm going to be using. I already have the water in there, so. You can also use one that's already full. Next one, I know these are the two that, especially this one, glitter. I know. Since we're making snowman, you can do any type of glitter inside. I recommend that you use glitter that's the jumbo size or maybe large. You don't want the fine glitter or even the small because you might be able to see it unless it's a metallic color. Then that you might be able to see it, but the fine ones, stay away. Use a jumbo or large, okay? Sequence is optional. You just put it in the bottle, just like any common bottles. You can also put anything actually inside it. You can put the little foam balls so they'd be like snow inside the snowman. There's a lot of options you can do when it comes to that part. But for right now, I only put glitter and sequins. Next item we're going to need is a funnel. This is essential for what we're going to be using. Ribbon. I have some ribbon here and I just went with red. You can use string if you want. You just want to be able to decorate your snowman. And of course you're going to need a Sharpie. And all I mean is a permanent marker. I'm going to be using black and orange. So I have mine. If you do not have, here's black. If you do not have an orange Sharpie, you can try getting it at the store. Or if you want, you can get maybe some felt or foam that's orange and cut it into a triangle so it can be the nose for your snowman. Or a sticker. That'll work also. An orange sticker, just cut it and just stick it on the bottle for the nose. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our steps. Okay, now, first thing you're going to do is pour water into the bottle, if empty, up to the neck. You want it at least close to the neck of the bottle. I have mine a little lower. If you notice, the neck of mine is small, so I made mine a little lower. So if it was empty, fill it up to either right here, or you might want to do a little bit higher. It's up to you. Okay? Now we're going to use a funnel to pour the glitter or sequins into the bottle. And that's a good thing we're using a funnel because it's a little, when it comes to glitter, that's a little dangerous and it can go all over the place. Alright, and then what you're going to do before I pour the glitter, I'm just going to mention it here because I'm not doing it for myself, but you're going to seal the cap to the bottle tight, and you're going to optional use, this is optional because I'm going to seal it, but optional to use just like on the previous settings experiment. You can do a low temp glue gun or the E6000 to seal the side just in case we don't want water spilling out. So you might want to use one of those two options. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my glitter. Put it here. And I went with like a white one. Had some green in there, but that's just me. A little extra. Who doesn't like glitter? Parents, right? Moms don't. Okay, so let me go ahead and seal this glitter because we don't want that glitter falling all over the place. Now, if you notice, my cap is black because the next step is to start decorating as a snowman. So I went ahead and with my Sharpie, I went ahead and already colored it black so it could be like the cap. Now, when it comes to the Sharpies, remember parents, it is permanent. So if you want, you can go ahead and do this last step first. And you can go ahead and decorate the bottle. Have the child be able to use the Sharpie to decorate it. With the eyes, you help them out. You can do the hat so that when that dries. Because if not, what's going to happen is you end up with the Sharpie in your hands. And you have to use wipies and Clorox wipes just to get it off. So let it dry, you can do that. Another option is you can not even use Sharpies and you can just use stickers. Get the little dots, like black dots, orange, and decorate it using stickers as well. Just make it look like a snowman. So I have mine sealed as best as I can. I'm going to go ahead and cut some ribbon. And the ribbon I'm just going to use is just to tie around my snowman. It's good to like hold it like that. That might be good. Just a little bit right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get an extra supply that I hadn't had, which is tape. And actually, I think I'm going to make my ribbon a little bit longer. That's what place I had the scissors ready so that way you can go ahead and do that. I'm doing my ribbon first so that at least I know where the halfway of my snowman's gonna be. So that way I'm gonna get down to a certain level here. And I'm gonna get that as best as I can. I'm gonna use the tape just to hold the ribbon. Alright, so now we have our snowman, we have our little ribbon here. I'm going to go ahead now and get my Sharpie and I'm going to go ahead and decorate it. So I'm going to go ahead and get our eyes. We'll do our mouth. And we have the cone. So we'll do a bunch of little dots. I'm using the black Sharpie already, so that way, and then I'll use the other one for the nose. And do some buttons. Okay. Do one up here. We'll do a little nose. All right. So now we have our snowman, and all you're gonna do is shake it. And there's your snowman bottle. Very quick, easy. Fun thing is you get to decorate, the child gets to decorate they really want. You can't try using washable markers. Make sure when you are decorating the bottle, if you're doing it ahead of time, that's great. If you're doing it after you put water in, make sure the bottle is dry. Because any markers, it's not going to mark once it gets wet a little bit. So make sure that is dry. You can do the ribbon like I did. If you're doing the ribbon, make sure you have some kind of tape to be able to hold the ribbon. But that's it. Very simple, quick, easy, and they're very festive for the holidays. You can have some tall water bottles and small ones, so you can do like big, like adult snowman, child snowman, and even you can use those travel bottles, and that could be like a baby snowman if you want. So that's a fun thing. You're gonna have fun decorating these. Very quick. Love is one thing that you can do real quick. Now, parents, if you, like I said, when it comes to the glitter, go for the jumbo size and make sure you do seal it. Even though I put optional, use that glue to seal it. Maybe some water, maybe the E6000 might be better, so that way it prevents the water, because I know the child's gonna want to flip it over and let the glitter come down again. Use the glue as an option, all right? Now, let's go ahead and move on. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to go on to our library resources, which are here. All right. Now, these can be found on our website, cctexas.com/library. Go ahead and look into our library catalog. And you're going to go ahead and type these, whether it's a basic search or advanced search. You can do science experiment or STEM or just science. If you're doing specific on the advanced search, you might want to do edible science, engineering science. You can even be specific and say sensory bottles or calming bottles. Do the science ones as well. And it might give you some tips and some books that you can put on hold, pick up curbside. Now all the branches are open for browsing. Make sure to call the closest one to you and find out their opening hours or the operational hours. That's usually going to be in connection also with the curbside hours, maybe. So call and find out what the hours are, so you can go into browse, so you can actually check out the books if you see it on the shelf. And of course, if you put on hold, find out their curbside hours, because they probably more than likely have changed. If you prefer online, while you're on our website, you can check out online digital resources, Access 360 and Hoopla. Now there is also RB Digital that is connected with Overdrive, so that's another one you might want to look, but these are our two main ones. Go on there. You can do your library card or email and card when you go to Hoopla. If you prefer a smart device, get your smart device, any one of them. Go to the App Store and download the two apps. You can put any items you find that's to do with science that you want, the ebooks, put on a wish list, put as a favorite, or if it's available, just go ahead and check it out and download. It might be a little easier so that when we do experiments, if any spillage or anything happens, you can just wipe it off the device. So that's always a great thing to have as well. Now, as always, remember to visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel, Corpus Christi Public Libraries. And there you can see all the videos that the library is providing. If you prefer a breakdown of each program and what videos that are associated with it, go to our website, cctexas.com/library, and you can click on virtual programming, the link, and it'll break down the programs and the videos associated with that program. Now, if you need help finding books to put on hold, pick up curbside, or see if it's available on the shelf, you can, while you're on our website, check out our new online browsing options, new book alerts, author check, and of course, book newsletter. And do not forget our online digital resources, Access 360 and Hoopla. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye.